Joining me now from New York City, founder of Geltrude and Company, Dan Geltrude. Thank you so much for joining me. This was kind of shocking. I'd never heard of this before. Number one, that is a lot of money. And number two, what exactly do you do with this? And how do you even save it?
Well, it's very interesting, right, to have this new type of collectible on the scene. So these non-fungible tokens are called NFTs are something that you keep in your digital wallet. So it's very, very similar to Bitcoin. It's something unique. You own it, but you're right. How exactly do you look at it? How do you show your friends? I mean, when you're going to have collectibles, part of that, besides the value you believe it has, is being able to hang it on the wall or show it off to somebody. And I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work in this new age of collectibles.
So does this money go to Dorsey, or who gets the money?
So Dorsey, I believe, gets 90% of the funds that are raised. And I believe that this is just the start, Stephanie, of other celebrities, famous people, or significant tweets or other digital milestones are going to start to be sold off to people.
So would you say this is a good investment if you have an extra $2 million sitting around? We're just using this one as an example. So do you think that eventually they could resell it for more? And I get collectibles because people do collect collectibles, not just because they love it, but because they can make a profit later.
I think this is a new type of collectible that's probably here to stay as we continue down this path of the new digital age. So I'm not saying I would spend $2 or $2.5 million on this, but I'm not saying it won't be a bad investment either. So I think this type of investing in collectibles is going to be here to stay, and it will expand.
Yeah, this is the first time I've heard of it, like I said, so I was a little confused. I'm glad you could break this down for us, but I still have a lot of questions, but we'll save it for another day. So the GameStop Robinhood saga continues. Senators continue to have a focus on it. There's another hearing this week, and again, the focus of this hearing will be on the pitfalls of financial speculation. Just your overview and thoughts on all of this. A lot of people are really upset with what happened with Robinhood. That you couldn't sell, but you could purchase the GameStop. They thought it was really unfair, that it was a rigged system. And remember, Robinhood was all about the little people, right?
Well, that's what it was billed at, is that it was about the little people. But I'm not so sure that was really the case. Look, what's happening here with Robinhood, as well as these other zero commission trade companies that have popped up, it's giving the opportunity for investors to trade like it's a game. They can do it on their phone. They have an app. And that in one case, it's being sold as, oh, it makes it easier. Anybody can invest. At the same time, it also becomes dangerous. This is about investing. This is not about gambling. So now you're bringing people into the market who they can't get better interest rates elsewhere or make more money. So they come into the market. They have time on their hands because of the pandemic, and they've been pulled into this investing model that really there's a lot of questions about.
Yeah, we know a lot of people have earned a lot of money, have lost a lot of money, but as you pointed out, it's almost like gambling, except I think some people see it more as a strategy, and they're like day traders now, and they don't think it's that risky until they actually lose the money. But then again, some people have gotten really rich. Now I want to ask you about the soaring gas prices. Apparently analysts think that the prices are going to go even higher in the spring.
I think they are going higher, Stephanie, and it's basic supply and demand. What we are seeing right now is demand is starting to rise as people are getting out. We're hopefully getting past the pandemic. So people are out and about, driving, perhaps starting to go to work in the office. And of course, the supply is also dropping. If you look at U.S. refineries this week, they are at 56% of their capacity. Last week, they were at 68%. And last year at this time, 74%. So there is a less refining going on. OPEC has been cutting supplies. So when you put all of this together, the rising oil costs and the costs of the barrel of oil going up and demand rising, we are going to see gas prices continue to go up into the summer as, again, the pandemic coming down and more people are getting out. We're going to hit $3 a gallon, in my opinion, in a short period of time.
Well, I'm in California, so we're already past $3 a gallon, getting close to $4. It's very expensive out here. And as you pointed out, a part of the reason prices were pretty low was because of the pandemic, low demand. Now demand is going up. And we were also told the winter storms in Texas had something to do with it. And you have to acknowledge the fact that the Biden administration's climate policies and going after the oil and gas industry, that's going to have a big effect. So I would imagine that the prices will continue to climb.
Yeah, I believe they absolutely will. If we just look at what's been going on for the past 30 days, the price of gas has been going up about a penny a day. The national average is about $2.77 a gallon. That's why I'm saying we're going to hit $3 in terms of the national average in a short period of time. And yes, the current administration's policies related to trying to appease the left and those that are looking towards a greener environment. And there's nothing wrong with the environment being green, but certainly when you look at what impact it's going to have on us economically, listen, when fuel prices go up, Stephanie, that's when you start talking about inflation. And inflation hurts those that are at the lower end of the earnings spectrum. So there's going to be a lot of people that are just trying to get through the pandemic or are going to be hurting even worse as inflation creeps into the picture.
And it's not just gas, it's everything, because everything that revolves around gas, the prices are going to go up. We're going to see prices go up at the grocery store and everything else. So it's going to be very painful, that's for sure. Really quickly, Peloton has a competitor now. There is a Peloton-like bike that is at Sam's Club now. It's selling for $799. How do you think this is going to affect Peloton?
Well, it's going to have an impact on Peloton, and I'm surprised it's even taken this long to see more competition related to this new type of exercise using all of this technology. If you look at this Echelon product, which is what's being sold at Sam's Club, this is about $1,000 less than Peloton. So Peloton is going to have to react to this. And what we're seeing now, again, as a result of the pandemic, more people are going to be bringing the gym home because it's convenient, it's there, that's where they always are. So more competition is going to enter this market. Peloton is going to have to figure out what part of the market do they want to compete at. Do they want to be the upper tier product, or do they want to have a product line that can compete at all levels against all products? Certainly, they're the first major brand out on the market, but we're going to see competition on the way, no question about it.
Well, it depends on how many bikes they have available, because if you try to get a Peloton, it could take months to get one. I had a friend that just ordered one, I think it was like 3 months ago. She finally got it. I have one, don't really use it. It's really tough to get inspired to work out at home, at least for me. I don't know about you. Anyways, we got to run. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Coming up next.